Are you posting on YouTube and you're still not growing? And have you been uploading consistently and still only getting 75 views and 2 to 3 subscribers on all of your videos? And those 2 to 3 subscribers are your actual family members and your friends. I've been there too. I felt like I have been posting into the void, into the abyss, into the black hole of YouTube. And not to mention feeling like sometimes I'm posting in vain and I'm not growing. But in today's video, we're going to fix it. I'm going to be breaking down 3 channel silent killers that are holding you and your channel back from growing on YouTube as a small content creator. And some of these things we don't even realize we're actually doing them. And because this video is sponsored by Nexus Clips, I'm going to give them a shout out before we get into those 3 things. If you're not using Nexus Clips, you are working harder than you really need to. All the biggest content creators like Mr. Beast and like Ali Abdal upload clips daily. Nexus Clips is the AI tool that let content creators like me repurpose their content from long form videos into shorts. All you have to do is just integrate YouTube into Nexus Clips, and Nexus Clips will give you 5 viral potential clips that you can upload, whether it be vertically or whether it be horizontally. It gives you quick zooms. It has that awesome facial recognition tool, and it takes care of all your subtitling right on the software. There's no editing your shorts if you don't want to, especially if you don't have time to. Every time I upload a long form video, Nexus Clips gives me at least 5 of the best moments from my video using their AI tool. Not only that, it gives me a virality score in order to let me know if that short has viral potential. Big YouTubers were trying to keep software like this a secret, but now we all have access to it. And if you want access to this amazing software, I'll be leaving you a 10% discount code down in the description. Now back to the video. Mistake number 1 that's killing your channel and holding you back from getting subscribers is this. If the first 30 seconds of your video starts with a long intro music followed by a subscribe button and the like button, you know the graphics that I'm talking about, the one that leads your video into a call to action right away before you've even given your viewers any kind of value. Or if your video starts with,
"Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Riva."
Your viewers already know who you are because they clicked on your video. And the thing that your viewers want to see, the people who actually clicked on your video to watch, they want to see what value you have to give them. They already know what your name is. And if your thumbnail is saying something generic like tips for creators, you've already lost the battle against the algorithm and your audience. Here's the deal. If you try to be generic and talk to everyone, you end up talking to no one. And the YouTube algorithm, it loves specificity, not generality. It loves when you are personal with your viewers. And guess what? So does your actual viewers. So if you want to grow, you need to talk to one person. And besides that, when you think of yourself talking to an entire community or broad slathering of people, sometimes that makes you nervous. If you make it more personable or more intimate, like you're just having a conversation with your girlfriend or your guy friend or your family member, then guess what? It makes everyone comfortable. It makes you comfortable as the presenter of your video. It makes your viewer comfortable because it feels like you're talking straight to them. Because guess what? You are. I'm going to use me and my niche as an example. Since I'm in the YouTube growth niche, instead of me talking to everyone, I tend to choose a specific avatar or a specific person type. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Sometimes I pretend like I'm talking to a stressed out content creator who has no clue of how to use CapCut or how to use Canva to craft their videos or to craft a thumbnail. Sometimes I pretend like I'm teaching a group of 1 or 3 people instead of 20,000. Sometimes I use an avatar of a Gen Xer who's unfamiliar with tech or how to run tech or how to create videos. Using this type of avatar makes me more comfortable with sharing the information instead of feeling like I need to be some type of guru teaching someone how to do something. Let me give you a specific example of how this goes. Instead of me using broad words like we, a lot of times I'll use a word like you and make things more personal and make things more direct. 2 things that I do that's very important. I get rid of the broad motivational fluff and I get really specific and targeted on the things that I want to share. That's why I'll only share 3 points on most of my videos. And speaking of specific, I like to speak directly to my viewers' pain points and their points of confusion. For example, instead of me saying something or creating a title like YouTube for beginners, I like to use something more specific and not general, like why your channel is stuck at 100 subscribers and how you can fix it. That title is not broad, it's very specific. And in the title, I'm sharing with you what your pain point is. Mistake number 2 that could be holding you back as a small content creator and your channel is not growing. It could be that you're copying everyone and you're actually not analyzing. I know we have all heard the term still like an artist and success leaves you clues. But copying somebody's title verbatim without actually knowing why that title worked or why that video worked, it's like copying somebody's answer from a test in a class, but actually not knowing why they got the answers right in the first place. And when you keep copying, you never learn the secret sauce to growing a channel and growing as a content creator. We've all been guilty of stealing like an artist. I have been inspired by other people's content, but I've never copied verbatim someone's title, hoping that my video was gonna go viral. I always analyze that person's video to see what it is and why it is that video resonated with such a large audience. When you copy someone's video without analyzing why it worked, here are the problems that it presents. You don't know what emotions were triggered, the reason why the video worked. You didn't understand the visual hook that was on the thumbnail. Because here's what I know. There's a lot of psychology that goes into crafting a good thumbnail, more than just the words that are on the screen. And lastly, when it comes to analyzing, you gotta look at why it was timely, why was it relatable, or was it that the video was shocking? If you copy without context, you're gonna be lost in the sauce and you're not gonna know why that video worked and why your video flopped. And here's what you should be doing instead. Study the videos that are working in your niche, that are blowing up, that has less than 100,000 subscribers. Study why the title worked. Was it an emotional title? Was it a curious title? And did the title hint to answering the pain point or a problem that the viewer had? Study the thumbnail. Look at the emotions and the psychology behind why the thumbnails work. Look at what characters and what kind of text that was on the thumbnails. Look at the colors. Thumbnails take serious analyzing, and thumbnails deserve your focused attention because the thumbnails are the first things that people see and they decide to go and click on your video. Second thing that a viewer does once they look at your thumbnail is they look down immediately and they look down at the title. The title and the thumbnail are a combo. They tell a story. Make sure your thumbnail is not repeating what's in your title or your title's not repeating what's on your thumbnail. If you do that, then you're wasting valuable real estate. What you want to make sure is that these two are a companion for one another and that they are enticing enough to make your viewer want to click. Another thing when analyzing the thumbnail and analyzing the title, you want to ask yourself some questions. Did the title bring drama, or did the thumbnail make you curious, or was it a trigger? Emotions rule this world. Emotions are nothing but energy and motion, and that emotion sometimes comes up on a thumbnail or in the title. Another trick that I use for crafting good titles is making sure that my titles create some type of sense of urgency. That's why I use words like now or fast or before it's too late. I also like to make sure that my titles leave my viewers wanting more, making them feel like they have FOMO. And here's the last thing I'm going to say about copying. Copying is lazy. Yep, I said it. But analyzing and strategizing, now that's powerful. And that is the real marker of a creator. Mistake number 3, you are posting without purpose. Now this one is a little personal for me because I wrote it. No, I'm just kidding. If you're posting because it's your posting day or your uploading day and you're posting because that's what you're supposed to do without real purpose, then that is a major mistake. And that's a surefire way to send your channel to the boneyard. Every video serves a purpose and has a purpose. We should not be out here posting for the sake of posting just because we want to get views or we're trying to stick to some schedule. Every time I batch create, when I'm writing or whether I'm filming and I sit down to make 2 videos or 4 videos, I make sure all of the videos serve purpose and serve you, my valued viewer. And I do not like the term stay consistent without staying on purpose. Every time I sit down to craft a video, whether it's writing or whether it's filming, I always ask myself 3 questions. Is my video meant to grow my reach and to build a deeper connection with my audience? Is the video meant to convert watchers to subscribers or to community members? Or is the video meant to highlight a brand? Or is the video meant to shine a spotlight and grow our community or to highlight a skill that needs to be taught? If my videos do not check one of those 3 boxes, then I don't make the video. And I definitely don't post just to post. I would rather post less, say less, and wait till I have something valuable to give and valuable to say than to just post for the sake of posting. Because growing on YouTube and figuring out what actually works is hard enough as it is, than for you to be spending your time and spinning your wheels uploading for the sake of uploading. And if you're not growing on YouTube, it's probably one of these three things. At the end of the day, I want us all to win, and I want us all to grow on YouTube. So remember, post with purpose and be specific, and watch your channel begin to grow into something that you will be proud of. I'll see you the next time on the next video. Until then, bye-bye.